Homeschooling has become a more common choice for parents in recent years. Among Washington families who took up homeschooling during the pandemic, nearly half are sticking with it, according to state data. This school year, there are 28,000 registered homeschoolers in Washington state, and that is up from 20,000 in 2019, but down from the pandemic, which during the pandemic, the peak was 39,000, according to OSPI, which is the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. That website is a great resource if you want to know anything related to schools in Washington state. I highly recommend checking that out. OSPI tracks homeschooling numbers and provides some technological support to districts working with homeschoolers. Thank you for watching. I make a new video every week on life and real estate here in Southwest Washington. I was raised in Camas. I have spent most of my life in Clark County. I've been selling homes in Clark County for over 9 years, and I really do love helping others learn about this area. So if you like my videos, take a quick moment to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications. If you're looking for a home in Clark County or considering a move, don't be shy. I'd love to connect about your home search or be helpful to you in the process of making that decision. My phone number and email are in the header above and also in the description down below. So during the pandemic, Washington did shut down. We were like everywhere else. We were forced to homeschool whether we wanted to or not. So I've had my taste of this madness and I've decided it's not for me. I just don't have that gift of being a homeschool mom. I have 4 kids between the ages of 5 and 10. During COVID, they were 1, 3, 5, and 7. I tried it. It didn't work out. I got them back in school as quickly as possible, and I have a lot of admiration for all those homeschool mamas. I wish I was more like you. Deciding to homeschool your kids is a huge choice. Over the years, I have met families that come to homeschooling for all sorts of reasons. Some people are just skeptical of public schools, or they hate the use of technology in schools, while others just want a different lifestyle for their kids and their family. A common theme I hear is that you can get all of your homeschooling work done in about 3 or 4 hours a day, and that leaves a lot of time for other activities or pursuits. Or people who love to travel. Maybe you're moving to Washington and you really want to get out of the rain during the winter. And so being a homeschooling family, that would give you that flexibility to be able to take off for a couple of months during the worst weather and go be somewhere warm. So this video is for someone considering homeschooling in Clark County, Washington. I'll try to outline the resources available here for parents who are thinking about homeschooling. And luckily for parents, the Vancouver area does have a ton of homeschool resources. So stick around and I'm going to tell you about how you can utilize those resources to give your child the best education possible. If you decide to homeschool in Washington state, you have to annually file a signed declaration of intent to homeschool within 2 weeks of the beginning of public school. File this with the local superintendent. You have to file an intent every year from ages 8 to 18 under Washington's compulsory attendance law. And that's right, starting at age 8, that's when you have to start filing. Before that, I don't think you have to, but check with your local superintendent office. Washington homeschool law includes meeting the homeschool parent qualifications, withdrawing your student from their current school, filing that letter of intent, teaching the required number of days or hours, teaching the required subjects, conducting an annual assessment, and maintaining records. For you to teach your child, you have to meet one of the following requirements. You have to have earned 45 quarter units, or 30 semester units of college level credit, that's option 1, or have attended a parent qualifying course, or work with a certificated teacher who works with the student for a minimum of 1 hour per week, or option 4, be approved by the school district superintendent as suitably qualified. If you meet one of those requirements, great. It is time to start thinking about the logistics of teaching. Washington state requires 180 days per year of instruction. You can follow a curriculum or make one yourself, but it should include topics such as math, reading, writing, spelling, language, history, social studies, science, health, and occupational education. Just like in a traditional school setting, annual assessments are required by state law. These can be administered at home, or you can attend an assessment at a local homeschool resource center. You need to maintain records of these assessments and any relevant information regarding your child's education. The state can perform audits, and this information would be useful if your child ever goes back to the public school system. You can find co-ops in your area to teach alongside other parents and kids a way of crowdsourcing teaching responsibilities among homeschool families. Usually these rotate the parents in charge, and you can sign up to teach subjects you are most comfortable with. Maybe you really don't want to teach that advanced math class, so someone else can do it. A lot of churches also have co-ops in the area, and there are secular options as well. And I'm going to put a link in the description down below to some co-ops in Clark County. So let's talk about 3 awesome resources in Vancouver for homeschooling families. In Vancouver, Washington, there are some awesome resources for families looking to break away from traditional schooling. If you want to stay within the public school system, check out the Heights campus, which is formerly known as Vancouver Home Connections. This is a support program for homeschooling families to have teacher support for their children. You can choose how much or how little they would like to access district resources to support your child's learning. If you are planning to fully homeschool, but you want to enroll your child in supplemental classes, I would suggest visiting the Firmly Planted Homeschool Resource Center. It's located off 117th in kind of like the East Vancouver area. They are not accredited, so that means you need to meet the criteria to be your child's teacher, but they are meant to supplement your child's learning. They offer fun electives like theater and music, as well as core classes like math and social studies. They have more than just classes, and check out their Headwaters bookstore and compare different curriculum options. They also offer summer camps, so definitely check out this great resource. It's also just a great place to stop by. They've got a coffee shop in there. You can meet other moms that are homeschooling and just pick their brains. One last resource that is unique to the Pacific Northwest is the Glenn's Gizmos Homeschool Hub. There are 3 locations, Vancouver and Castle Rock in Washington, and Newburgh down in Oregon. They offer classes and workshops for all age ranges and interests, but I think their science labs are an amazing resource for homeschooling families. Year-round classes provide your children with access to lab equipment you just wouldn't have at home. Are you ready to dive into homeschooling in Southwest Washington, or are you already homeschooling and have more resources that you want to share? Comment down below and share with the community. I look forward to hearing more from all of you. Thank you for watching. See you next week.